Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, my my good people. Welcome, you wonderful people. Give me just 1 second. Just give me just 1 second. Just all right. Oh, okay. Just right here. Just give me just a moment. All right. All right. All right. All right. Well, finish finagling and tomfoolerizing. So you get one thing, you find one thing, you lose another. Hey, Maria's in. We definitely back to the old days. What is going on? Some things are great about the day, and some things, well, you take the good with the bad. Hi, Maria. Is it cold in Canada? Anyway, what's the motherfucking deal, man? Welcome to the den. I am your host, Ed Honcho. A little bit hot, a little bit sweaty. I've been running around the place, top of the shower, all that other good stuff. Anyway, maybe a little bit of TMI. Who cares? We're here now. So, welcome to the den. It's been a weird day. But thank you guys for being here. We're going to have a great conversation this evening. We're going to talk about something that we've talked about in the den before, but I kind of want to approach it from a different angle. I don't have a pen, so I'm going to do that in a minute before we really get to talking. And I need a lighter. Somebody let me borrow a lighter. Anyway, I want to talk about interracial dating, right? And I want to talk about the people who entertain interracial dating, right? And I'm not saying it's right or wrong. You're entitled to your opinion. I'm not judging. It's not being judgy, but I think that there's a certain type of person who may prefer it, who may prefer to date outside of their race more so than date within their race. I want to talk about those kind of people. I want to talk about a couple of interesting stories that may tie into this. But I specifically want to talk about men. I want to talk about the passport bros. And is that like a valid thing? Is that like a legit deal? Also, I want to talk about I think it was the cop. I can't remember where it was, but that got caught cheating. I want to talk about that. That's a little bit of interracial conversation there, and I'm sure some other things will pop up, right? Anyway, let's get it. Let's see who we have joining us this evening. All of the lovely den folk. I think it should be very entertaining because I want to know how y'all feel about it. I want to know what you guys think because the den is a community. If you don't know what the den is, then you might be in the wrong place because it ain't for everybody. Uh, let's see. The lovely Miss D the Gamma joining us this evening. How are you doing? Miss Bell, Northern style. You, what do they call them? Northern beans? Or whatever. I don't know. But how are you doing this evening, Miss Bell? Miss Michelle, how are you doing this evening? Glad to see you. Glad that you could join us. Heidi's here. Hello, Heidi. How you doing? It's good to see you, Heidi. Always really good to see you. Just happy that you're here joining us, Heidi. The lovely Miss K Grace. Always good to see Miss Miss Grace is very, very funny. Y'all think I'll be playing. Y'all just pay attention. Maria, because they're smart. What is that? What smart with the capital? I can't talk. Capital SMART. Smart. What does that mean? I need you to explain that. Who's smart and why are they smart? Delta Echo Golf. Charlie Roger. I don't know. I don't know. What's up? What's going down? What's the motherfucking deal? That's all I see. If I missed you, I ain't dish you. I might just have bad eyesight. That's all I got. Let's rock with it. So let's talk about some things. The chatbot says there's an update, but I don't know the last time they've updated this thing. I'm actually kind of scared to do it. It might fuck some shit up. Should we update the bot or should we not? Should we wait? Should we update live or should we wait? Y'all tell me. 0 for no, 1 for yes. I'm tempted. Like, you always want new stuff, so you're always tempted to update the shit right then and there. But you know, shit fuck around and fuck some shit up. Anyway, so let's talk about it, man. Interracial dating. Now, I'm not opposed to it. I may have had different views in the past, but that's the beauty of the den. We grow, we learn, we make progress. We're so progressive in the den. We're probably the most progressive place on the planet. Like, we're very progressive in the den. We were the first ones to give BBWs their love before the rest of the world. It was before we didn't even need body positivity in the den. You know, that's how we rock because we are progressive. We are moving forward in this bitch, wherever forward may be. But let's talk about it. So, I kind of want to, and I guess it could apply to other races, but I guess more so specifically talking about like black men who specifically date white women. Right. And I don't think most black men just specifically date or seek out white women. I think the black dudes that end up with white girls it just kind of happens, right? Now, they may have a preference. Everybody has a preference, right? But I think that there's some misconception about why. Because you see a lot of black women. One, let's get rid of the notion that all the black men are leaving to go get with white women. It's not happening. It's not happening. Y'all see like 1 or 2 celebrities that are black with white women, and the rest of them all got black wives. Y'all ignore all that shit to look at, what about those guys? And y'all make this like big deal. Oh, the black men. It's not the fucking truth. It's a small percentage. Anyway, so now that we got that part out the way, I don't want to hear none of that nonsense. But the men who do, right, or who may have that preference or who, you know, tend to lead toward that, why is it though? What is it about another race? Is it something exotic? Is it something like a fantasy? Is it desire? Is it fetishizing? And let me talk about fetishizing real quick, right? Because there's this word fetishizing, and people make that seem like a bad word. What is wrong with fetishizing? I like what the fuck I like. If this turns me on, why can't I like? Why can't I have it all the time? If I don't know. If you know, like, I don't get it. If you're okay with it and I'm okay with it, why is someone else concerned about he's fetishizing her or white women fetishize black men? If that's what the fuck they want, if you know they got the dream of the Mandingo jungle war and the nigga want to play it out, I know who said that shit. Who was doing that shit? What rapper? What one of them rappers saying he was doing that shit? You know, I was talking shit then, but you know what? If that's what the fuck 2 grown adults want the fuck to do, let them do it. 335. Peace. It's his eye. But that's what 2 fucking adults want to do. Let them do what the fuck they want to do, right? Like, I'm not getting no action. Why do I care? Why do I care? Why are we so mad about it? But we as human beings, this is what we do. In our free time, we judge each other. And that's okay. I like being a little. It makes me feel good sometimes to be judgy, right? Maybe we all do. But we shouldn't be. It's a bad thing, but we do it. We won't tell nobody. It's okay to be a little judgy in the den. But but this fetishizing shit, like, what's wrong with that? I don't think that's a bad thing at all. I think fetishizing is okay. Y'all give me one second. I gotta get this fucking pen because I'll be thinking of questions when I say stuff, and then I'm gonna fuck around and forget it. Give me just a moment. Give me one moment. I gotta turn the camera off. I don't wear pants when I stream. Who wears pants anymore at home, right? I'm not wearing pants when I stream, so why? Good grief. All right, there we go. Okay. Josephine Johnny. All right, there we go. I gotta use a new pen. These are my favorite fucking pen. These G fucking 2s. The greatest pens. I don't feel comfortable. The fucking, you know, I don't. There's somewhere around here. Those fucking big mechanical pencils, the ones with little white erasers. You know what I'm talking about? Like the most generic fucking looking, not the yellow ones, not the all yellow ones, but the big. You know what I mean? Those pencils, and you know, you have like the little clip parts, like different colors. Those pencils and these fucking G2 pens, best fucking pens in the world, best writing utensils in the world. But people don't write anymore, so who gives a fuck, right? Anyway, fetishizing. I don't think anything's wrong with that. I'm fine with that if that is a reason, right? So, gosh darn, hold on one second. Hold on one second. It's all kind of things happening here. Hold on. Un momento. All right, we should have everything in order here. All right. No, we don't. But anyway, we got a lot of stuff going on. All right. Where was I at? So, talking about fetishizing, talking about interracial relationships, talking about people giving a fuck about who everybody else is dating. But this is what we do as people. Anyway, so fetishization, I don't give a fuck about that. If that's the thing, if people are okay with it, let them do what the fuck they want to do. But you hear a lot of black women talk about, well, they want the light skin, or they want the mixed babies, or excuse me, or the straight hair. They don't want to deal with the nappy hair, right? That's what a lot of black women out here say. I don't think that is even really a piece of the motive. Like, I don't think that's a piece of, say, how to go feel the heat of the He-Man woman. I don't need, Michelle, I don't need no backup. Right? I don't need no backup whatsoever. But anyway, what else I have? I'm reading the comments. I'm catching up, so I don't need to read the comments. But anyway, I do not look like an orange. I'm offended by that. It's racism. I don't think it's any of that. I don't think it's any of the physical features per se. Right? I don't think that's the case. I don't think that has anything to do with it at all. I think the overwhelming thing, and it shouldn't be new to anybody, right, is that it has everything to do with the demeanor. Yes. Y'all want hate? I'm bringing the hate. I'm bringing all hate. All right. Anyway, but like I say, I think it's the demeanor itself, right? And everybody knows that there is this stigma around African American females, right? That they're angry, that they're aggressive, that they're tough, right? That they are overbearing. And then you say these things, and then you see a lot of black women turn, oh, you guys, the Latinas and the whites, they have their things. The white women poison you in your food and kill you slowly, and the Latinas, they'll stab you because all jalapenos carry knives. Shout out to my boy Kenneth. All I'm saying is there may be a bit of truth to this stigma, because this is where you come in with the passport bros. But I don't think it's just black women now, because I think black women lead America they lead America's women culturally, in the sense of not that necessarily the black women are the leaders in America. You got your who Jumanji Brown, what's her name? That they put in the Tahaji. I don't know, whatever her name is, the judge. You got that. You got Kamala, whatever. Harris, whatever she chooses, whatever race she chooses to be, whatever day. But my thing is just that in other ways, so like when the music, even women who you wouldn't look at and consider to be of other races, you see them doing the dances, the TikToks, the rip me out the plastics, I'm acting brand new, all of these type of things, right? Then they start making these demands now. There's these demands that only black women make. So you got to look at the stigma. So if you're telling me, I see when I get online, or maybe when I don't see it in the real life. I'm just trying to put it from the perspective of, I guess, a third party, unknown third party. But I get online and I see all these angry women talking all this shit about men. I saw a lady today, and I don't have the video saved. I wish I would have saved the video on my laptop. I could probably do it now live. I don't have the rig I used to have, but I'm going to rebuild. I'm going to build back better. The next rig I build is going to be a monster. But it's going to be a monster. But anyway, so you get this stigma of bad attitudes. You get this stigma of all these demands. You get these stigmas of we don't even like you, but you should protect us. A woman got on the internets today or yesterday and said something legit. I'm gonna pull the video up. I'm gonna do my honcho thing like I used to. I gotta get more active. I ain't as active. I used to be doing all kind of shit on the stream back in the day. But anyway, so while we're doing this, I'm gonna find this fucking video. I know I sent it to somebody. I don't want to be putting all this up, no anything on the fucking I can do this. I don't want to just pull up anything on the fucking. You never know what you get on Twitter. You just be scrolling down and you see some butt naked shit going on. I didn't come here for this. I came here for microblogging and discourse. And now there's butt all over my timeline. Not that I'm necessarily complaining. Oh man, there's actually some really good videos. I got like 2 I might show y'all today. All right, yeah, this is one. Let me copy this link. All right. No, how'd you do that? What did I just do? Y'all pardon me.
In regards to black women not being protected.
All right, I'm gonna download it and let y'all see it. And this woman embodies everything we talk about. But this woman caught so much flack, and when you hear it, I think reasonable people will say she didn't say anything outrageous, right? She just spoke what you would think everybody should know. But this woman caught so much flack. As a matter of fact, the person I've seen this video from is not even the woman who posted it. It's a woman calling her a pick-me and saying that this woman is dangerous. This woman said, and this is why you women can't take advice from other women. I get bad advice. It's very, very bad advice. But this woman posted the video, said the woman was going to pull this up. All right, there we go. I need to make it a media source. Wow, that's terrible. Suicidal. Rob. What? No, it's not. No, it's not ladies only. This is anybody. This is anybody's night. This conversation is about to be very open because there's a lot to talk about. Give me just 1 second. This is open mic night. Not only the chick that we just saw get hit with the brick, right? All her foolishness. Okay, cool. Here we go. I got it right here. I'm going to pull this up.
In regards to black women not being protected, let me first state the obvious. No man should put his hands on a woman. We desire protection, but sometimes what we don't understand is that true protection comes with a level of control. Bodyguards are a good example. A bodyguard will make their client leave from a dangerous place. The bodyguard has to know all the details: who, what, when, where, why, and how. And the client has to listen to the bodyguard and follow the instruction that the bodyguard gives them. It's really an agreement between all parties involved. When the person who needs protecting does not follow the instruction and the direction of the protector, it puts, in regards to black women not being protected, let me first state the obvious. No man should put his
My
hands on a
apologies, I
woman.
didn't intend to restart.
We desire
that. It was an
protection, but
accident.
sometimes what we don't understand is
You'll
that
live.
true protection comes with a level of control. Bodyguards are a good example. A bodyguard will make their client leave from a dangerous place. The bodyguard has to know all the details: who, what, when, where, why, and how. And the client has to listen to the bodyguard and follow the instruction that the bodyguard gives them. It's really an agreement between all parties involved. When the person who needs protecting does not follow the instruction and the direction of the protector, it puts the protector in a situation where they're more likely to lose their life. I have 4 brothers and a father, and I listen to their instruction even when they're not around. They have told me to stay away from certain places if I'm by myself or if it's late at night. They've also advised me not to be drunk or high in certain situations. Even though my brothers, my dad, and the men in my life protect me, I in turn protect them by listening to them and following their instruction. They don't have to come to my defense in some wild scenario, because if I listened to them, I wouldn't have been there in the first place. And this is another thing I feel like is pertinent to say, and I know folks ain't gonna like this one. I don't have sons right now, but when I do have sons, I'm gonna teach them that there's a difference between diamonds and dirt and rubies and rocks. Rubies and diamonds are often in jewelry stores. They're in glass cases, they're secured, there's an alarm system, there's a lot of layers of protection because those things are valuable. But you could pull over to the side of the road and find some dirt and rocks. Expecting a man to risk his well-being, his future, and his life on someone who does not see value in themselves or the man is asinine. That's a very asinine thing to ask. All I'm saying is, protection comes with a little bit of sacrifice. It comes with a little bit of control. And me personally, I feel that what I have to sacrifice and the amount of control I have to give up is 100% worth it to receive the protection that I've been getting my whole life.
All right, so she said what she said. Anyway, I think any decent person would understand the point that she was getting at. And I think she made some very valid points. If you disagree, I would like to know why you disagree. But I do open up the line. But I'm going to pass on that. But anyway, she got a lot of flack for that, right? But you see women who are anti all of the things that a man wants on. We've been talking about traditional. We've been talking about, and both sides are lacking. But I think that, when it comes to the sexes, men have an advantage. They don't know how to exert that advantage most of the time, but there is an advantage when it comes to life, to being a man, right? But there also is more risk, significantly more risk. But again, no risk, no reward. So you see these guys that call themselves passport bros, right? Because they don't like the pickings at home. And I was talking about black women impact the culture. So you see more and more women of other cultures or other races or nationalities or backgrounds, persuasions, and situations, whatever the fuck, that behave more and more in the way that is considered your average African American female, right? The culture. So you're starting to see these guys go overseas to these places. And so you're thinking, you know what, I got a little American money, my money long in the Philippines, my money long in Southeast Asia, or these other countries, South America, wherever. Not for much longer if this brick shit happens. That should be very interesting. Where, you can kind of take advantage of being American. And I'm telling you, I don't want to hear no passport bro. If you're a passport bro and you're anti-American, if you're black, if you're a passport bro and you're anti-American, you got life fucked up because you got your priorities backwards. You are conflicted in the mind because the only reason you get to take advantage of this situation is because you're American, because an American passport is relatively strong compared to some of these other ones, right? The first passport pro was William from Girlfriends. Um, but my thing is that, yeah, I could have, but I didn't want to. It wouldn't be the den if I didn't expand, just extend the conversation. Um, so again, it's like, why? Why do you feel the need to go out to another country? Because you have advantage. You have advantages that you perceive other men have here in America. Maybe the athletes, the celebrities, the whatever, special status individuals that are elevated in our society. But you can go to other places. You become I wouldn't say exotic, maybe a novelty. I'm pretty sure more and more you're seeing more and more black people in other places. But maybe you have use that to your advantage. You're something they don't see very often. You have money that you can leverage in your favor, right? You have a passport, maybe a green card, or what do they call them? The fucking weddings, or them bitches. That you can leverage so she can get into America. And I think a lot of dudes know this, right? I think a lot of dudes who participate in this shit know this. It's not just about finding a wife, but they use this to go, quote unquote, either find a wife or go out there and get laid, I guess, at the very least. I hope. I mean, you shouldn't need. Anyway. But they use this, right, to leverage it. But hey, I feel like this. Go where you're treated best. If you can use that same assets, the same situation, and leverage it in a better area, I mean, that's what it's all about, right? There's nothing wrong with it. That's what people have been doing for years. That's how the rich get richer. I'm not complaining about it. If she's giving you what you want, right? If she's being kind, even if she's fucking faking it, right? Because they are faking it. They're faking it. Just like the chicks who like spit the red pill shit. That shit is so fucking fake, though. Like, most of these chicks who start doing that shit, they start doing it regularly. You can tell it's a couple of them, that are honest. But the majority of these chicks that are start spit, the pro man positive, are full of fucking shit. They're full of shit. It's a market for that, right? Men are looking for a woman to validate their feelings about what they're saying about women. Like, you know what it is. You don't need no chick to validate your thoughts on what you fucking know. Believe in yourself. Or not even believe in yourself, know yourself. Because believing and knowing is two different things. But again, leverage it to your favor. Hey, if y'all both playing each other for what the fuck you want and you can make it work, it's what it is anyway. It's what everybody else is doing anyway, right? So, Ty Baker, what's the motherfucking deal? Do what the fuck you want to do. Do if it works. So, I don't understand though. What I don't understand are the women who are mad about passport bros. Why? American women who say that these men don't qualify for their standards are mad about passport bros. Like, why is it even a thing? Why is it even a thing? Right? Why do you care? The same way, like it's just like it's when you. I just think it's weird when people meddle in certain affairs, right? So, and me myself included, but sometimes it makes for good conversation. It's not like I'm trying to promote it or like I'm trying to come with some kind of angle. But I'm gonna stop rambling here in a second, and I'm over with the line. But I said there's another thing I said I wanted to talk about. There was a third thing, but I'm not anti-passport, bro. I'm pro you doing what the fuck works best for you. I'm pro going where you're treated best. I'm pro pursuing the shit you want. So if you're gonna go to another country and get a woman who's probably not probably, it's gonna be nicer because you got something she wants and she got something you want. Same way men fake nice. I told y'all yesterday. I told y'all yesterday if the women didn't have vaginas, what would happen, right? So men go play nice to get some pussy. The women gonna go play nice to get the green card or citizenship. And hey, if it works out, it works out. Now if he fuck around, turn around, get played by this bitch, and she, divorce but still take half. Eddie Murphy. No, she Eddie. Well, you treat me like animal. But yeah, she take you for half, and that's on you, player. But at least he probably would have got however many years it takes for that to be validated. He at least got that good treatment for then, as opposed to maybe never getting it with American women, right? Someone was in here talking super crazy yesterday, extremely crazy yesterday. might have been the most crazy shit I've seen since. What's something me and Miss Meat argued about? No, I don't even think. The craziest I've seen. We gotta go way back. I don't know, but it was some ridiculous stuff last night going on, and I don't even understand. I don't even understand why it got so fucking crazy. Um, but but here's the thing: why not go get played by something foreign, exotic, and like I say, you're gonna get treated, or if you're gonna get you an impoverished girl and try to leverage here in America, you're gonna get you a hood rat. You're gonna get you a damn sexy red, right? At least you go get that bitch. You don't know all the niggas that ran through her because they in another fucking country, right? You ain't got to deal with that shit. She's yours. 20D, woo woo. Hit that like button. So again, do what the fuck you want to do. Who cares? And that's I think that's the theme of life that I'm at right now. Like, who the fuck cares? I'm living life like old people. You gotta live life like little kids and like old people. Little kids don't give a fuck about shit. They tell you like it is until it gets beaten out of them. Like, you can't fucking say that. And polite society, it is what it is. And then you gotta live life as a teenager, an adult, and then you go through all that until you get to like a certain. I think when you get to retirement age, you're allowed to start talking a little bit crazier each year. Like each year, you can say a little bit wilder shit, and nobody kind of bats now. That's grandpa, or that's grandma. It's crazy, Uncle Larry. But I'm skipping ahead. I think I got at least another 20, 25 years before I'm supposed to be there. I'm skipping ahead to old people status, right? I'm going to old people status. I'm saying what the fuck I feel. But yeah, who gives a fuck? Do what the fuck you want to do, right? And I'm not saying in the sense of, don't impede. I'm not like on that, what was that motherfucker, Aleister Crowley, do what thou wilt, that weird shit. I'm not saying like that shit. I'm not telling you to go practice Satanism or anything. Like, I mean, if that's what you're into, that's cool. I'm just not coming to your house. But you do what you want to do, right? And who's to judge you? If they ain't paying your bills, they not funding your lifestyle, like, who's the fuck to judge you? Do what you want to do. You want to be a passport bro? Go get you a passport hoe, then passport go. You know what I'm saying? They go. I ain't gonna tell you no. But the women, again, like I said, I don't understand, right? And it's weird because there's so many women out there, they've done so much better for themselves, and it's harder and harder for them to find a man, right? Because you got men leaving out the country, going here. You got black women, especially, we're talking about. Men dating out the race. But I think the signs are clear, but it's obvious, black women are not going to change. So I'm curious what can be done. Like, and again, we know the overwhelming majority of black men and black women get together. But is that from circumstance? Now that new opportunities are opening up, like, are more black men venturing out? I don't know, right? I don't know if the command, but let me see. Let me figure out which one of these motherfuckers list the shit. I don't know. I updated the bot, but I don't know what happened. Is it working? It's working? All right, cool. It's supposed to be commands. It's supposed to be the deal. The cards are get. Yeah, man. Cause it's supposed to be the cards against humanity. Supposed to be there. The gifts should. Let's see. Some of these games, like I said, we just gotta test them out. I can't remember. I just gotta start doing shit. They'll start working eventually. But yeah, it should hopefully start doing it. But anyway, like it's a thing. It is. But again, the people who like, particularly out of other races, the black men especially, it's not. It's not a. I don't think it's a skin tone thing. I don't think it's a physical feature thing, right? I truly do believe it's attitude, it's personality, it's demeanor, it's culture, it's something different. I dated out my race. Not a long time. I got a question. Here's a question. Right? It's an essay question in the den. I like to, and if you ain't participating, everybody participate, even if you chat. If you've never, even if you just in the chat looking, you ain't never put nothing in the chat, I want you to participate in this question. I don't know why they're not going through. Let me see what's happening. Probably shouldn't have fucking updated it. Let's see. Oh, it might need to be No. No, no. All right, let me. I'm gonna disconnect it and connect it back. We'll figure it out. Disconnect, motherfucker. But yeah. I want to know what your definition of dating is. If someone was to tell you, or you were to tell somebody, I'm dating, how would you define it? If they asked you, what do you mean? How would you define dating? I guess let me not make it too complicated. How would you define dating? I don't want no fucking shit out the Webster's dictionary. I don't want it out of Urban Dictionary either. Let me click the right shit. Blickety blickety. Okay. I'm closing the tab. Authentication complete. And do this one. Pardon, I'm trying to reconnect the bot. Give me just a second. See if it's gonna act right. Blickety. All right. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you very much. All right. Hopefully it's maybe. Maybe not. I don't know. Who's holding nuts? Hold your nuts everywhere you go. Don't let nobody punk you. All right. Cool. I want to know your definition is of what dating means, right? I just said dating is sucking off. Project's here. That's where everything got weird. The quote is working. Why? Let me see what's going on. That's funny. Project at Popeyes right now. So white girls are friendly, but also part of the majority, which is a better position, especially in the environment. Very interesting. Do you think that dudes who date interracially get introduced to more things culturally, or do you think they bring the person they date more into black culture? I agree with you 100% on that, Rob. And that's why I say I don't see it changing. You're starting to see more and more women get into better places, but as a whole, as long as you got them celebrating the sexy reds, the Sukianas, I don't even know, the stallions and everything else is, it don't even matter at this point where you move. It's almost embedded into them. Unbeaten, what's the motherfucking deal? And anybody I may have missed, I ain't this. Again, we're asking, what is your definition of dating? Heidi says, dating is sucking off. Okay. And gave a couple of examples. Miss K. Grace says, dating, going out to dinner, etc., just to have fun and get to know each other better. Okay. Do you think that dating is, you say exclusively going out one, but that's exactly what I was going to ask you. Okay. Do you think dating is exclusive, or can dating be a multiple? Not. It's about to sound like a word, multiple partner thing. It's not an orgy. It's not polyamory we're talking about here. But dating, can you be dating multiple people? Going out. Exclusive sucking off, terrible. Unbeaten. Dating is not exclusive, but relationship should be. And that's where I'm going. I don't. Dating is a very interesting term, and I think it's misused these days. I think it's was how dating got shot to death. Terrible. But I think dating is not an exclusive thing. I think dating is the process of finding the exclusivity. So I think dating means, you're entertaining multiple partners, right? You're entertaining multiple options until you find the exclusive. And I think the exclusive is a relationship. Even if it's a person you ain't even talking about, that you're even saying, oh, this is my boyfriend, this is my girlfriend, or something like that. If it's a person that you just solely fucking with, like if it's the only motherfucker you fucking on a regular basis, and, y'all ain't calling that, even though you ain't want to, you're in a relationship. You know what I mean? You're basically in a relationship. If this is the only motherfucker you like, you call it a sneaky link, you call it whatever. Well, I think you got to be in a relation. You can't. I guess you don't want a sneaky link. That's a weird thing. But I think that it's a relationship, but it's one on one, and this is a 2 year exclusive. Even though you may say that you're not, you may not go out to eat. I think that's a relationship. But I think dating is entertaining. I think dating is the vetting process of, you know what I'm saying, like that. So there's that. What do you mean? What do you mean, Heidi? Mixing this. What kind of weird stuff are you into? Anyway, give me just a second. I know what I'm about to do. I'm finna get a little old school KD on y'all. Been a long day. I've actually been pretty good today. That's fair. I gotta start using. I'm stealing that from man, I'm terrible, bro. I'm a sidetrack for just a second. I gotta do it. It wouldn't be the end if I didn't sidetrack for just a second. Right. So we're still in orientation at this new job, and so they do a lot of these ice because everything's online. So it's a lot of these ice breaking activities, and I continue to not be very participatory. Right? I'm not I don't know. I don't know, man. It's funny because people always talk about, oh, I'm a YouTuber. I'm just listening to everybody. I don't say shit. Right? I'm very, very succinct, to put it mildly. Right? I just want to fucking work. I don't want to make friends, with coworkers. That's a weird behavior to me. That might be a topic, so I'm gonna jot that down. That's probably gonna be a topic. Being friends with coworkers is gonna be a great conversation. We need to talk about that. Being friends with coworkers is weird to me, but I know people do it. I know people who made good friends with their coworkers. I just think it's crazy. I don't want to talk. I don't want to do. Just like give me the instruction. Let me learn what I gotta learn, and like set me into the wild. So it's just it's a it's a crazy thing because we keep doing these little activities and it's just like everybody will start talking about themselves. And they'll talk 2 or 3 minutes, and all this stuff. And I got about 3 seconds, probably if that, when like my turn. They introduce yourself and say where you're from and say a fun fact about it, like 3 seconds. That's it. 3 seconds. Friends in jail is the fucking dumbest shit to me. Like I told you when I was on vacation, motherfuckers in there just getting all buddy. Now, if you're in there for the long haul, if you're in prison, you might want to make some short-term friends in prison. They might not be your outside, but you're going to probably want to make some friends in prison. But in jail, get the fuck out of here, bro. I'm finna be out of here in a little bit. Yeah. I don't want to be here, but I'm not going to hit you up when I get out this motherfucker. Right? Like, there's no point in us acting like we're going to fucking be friends, right? Get the fuck out of here. If Urban Dictionary don't work, try using exclamation point explain and see if that one works. But yeah, so like I'm kind of like a dickhead, and everybody watches anime apparently. But all right, let's get to it. Let me open up the line. Let me plug in the headset. Yeah, pardon me. I'm doing niggerish activities right now, but it's okay. It's in my blood. I can't help it. Slavery. It's time to get back to riling people up again. I enjoy it. It's time to start talking. Okay. One other thing. I'm thinking. Quick poll: 0 for no, 1 for yes. How would y'all feel about moving the den up an hour next week? Maybe just a trial run, but we're definitely gonna go all week next week. But how would y'all feel about moving it up an hour? It's not like I really got to say so, but I just want to know y'all's opinion. I value each and every one of your opinions. So you let me know what y'all think about that, and because like I said, some days get a little long. 10 o'clock, I mean, my schedule is much different than it used to be, so it's like, I get a little tired. I ain't as young as I once was, you know what I'm saying? But, I'm thinking about moving it up an hour next week. Yeah. I mean, I'm going Monday through Friday. Weekdays. I'm not promising y'all because I got to see. I'm a see. 'Cause I might have something going on tomorrow, and if we don't go tomorrow, we'll go Saturday. So if we don't, I'm gonna make it up. I'll make it up if we don't, but we probably should, right? And even if we probably if Saturday's good, then I might go Saturday too. We'll see. Um, but or if not Saturday, maybe Sunday. I'm gonna take one of these days. One of these days a week, I'm gonna take off because we might pull off a Sunday night confession. We'll see. Anyway, but probably gonna move it up an hour early for next week. So, passport bro, gentleman knows what Saturdays are for, but can also enjoy a vegan burger. What? What? Okay. Yeah. So I got to figure out which ones are working and which ones are not working. All right. So there's a lot of stuff going on. All right, so let me open up the line. You're like, Hunter, shut the fuck up and open up the line. I want to talk about this racism shit you're talking about and why you're wrong about everything. I'm telling you, give me just a second. I'm opening up the line, I promise. There was something else I wanted to show y'all. Oh. Nah, I'm going to say that video for... Oh, shit. Okay, we got plenty of topics. And this wasn't, tonight's topic wasn't even necessarily on my list of topics, but I saw something and felt like let's talk about this. And cause I don't know. We might do a free range. I don't know if we're gonna do a Talking Dirty After Dark or a free range Friday. If we do a Friday, give me just a second. We might need to do a free range Friday because it's a lot of stuff I've been missing. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of stuff y'all want to talk about that we ain't necessarily touched on. And you know, Talking Dirty After Dark, y'all scary anyway, so we ain't even gonna get into that. We gonna leave that alone. We'll have to wait till we bring some more den folk in who is bite it. But all right, let me put the number up. Den line dial 832-464-4555. I want to know your thoughts. Like, is there a difference? Is this just a stigma? Is it true that black women are different versus women of other races? Is the Passport Bros a legit movement? Are they valid in their actions? Is it righteous? Do you agree? Do you disagree? How do you feel about the Passport Bros? Do you think it's a playaway? Do you think they're lame? Do you think the Passport Hoes are pimping the Passport Bros because they know what's going on? I guarantee it. Like, we talk about ladies, bitches, and hoes in here, right? The three categories. Hoes, overall, and I know you're going to say, Hunter, doesn't make any fucking sense what you're saying. Hoes are the most street smart, right? What's the motherfucking deal? Who do we have calling in to the den this evening? Actually, hold on one second. Let me make sure I got you. I don't want to have you. Okay, who do we have calling into the den this evening?
What's going on, Honcho? This is Kenneth. What's popping, my good sir?
Mr. Ken. I got Ken a shout out earlier. Well, how you doing this evening, Mr. Ken?
I'm doing amazingly well. Just finished eating dinner. Super late, but I'm doing well. How about yourself?
Doing good. Just feel a little, yeah, I drank some coconut water earlier, and it had me feeling like shit.
You know,
It fucked me up. But it wasn't like regular coconut water. You know that BAI, I don't even know how you pronounce it. That stuff, and everybody says it's good. I drank some of that shit earlier. It had me fucked up. Like, I almost didn't stream. I was like, my stomach was real fucked up. But I got over it. But yeah, I know it's a little TMI, but yeah.
disgusting.
Yeah.
I must say so myself. Just like lemon water, is disgusting.
Really?
Bro, it may be healthy. I don't care. It's just, to me, when you drinking stuff like that, coconut water, lemon water, I feel like it's a knockoff version of lemonade. Like,
Really?
if I'm going to drink lemon water, it need to have sugar in it. Like, why am I drinking lemon water without the sugar? You feel me? Like, if it's going to be coconut water, it need to be a little bit sweet. You know what I'm saying? Like, even smoothies. I'm not drinking no bland smoothie. Like, get out my face.
Really? So it's like diet
Yeah.
lemonade. So they can do some
Yeah,
lemonade
it's
without the
like
sugar.
diet lemonade, like sparkling water. To me, that's stupid. Like flavored water. Niggas just drink juice. Like, what's the point? I feel
Okay.
like it's a waste. But I know I'm on the minority part of that, so
Yeah.
I'm cool with that.
Okay.
Because
Yeah.
like, people love that. Like, I mean, they love it, but
Yeah.
it
It
is what it
sells.
is.
Yeah.
The Hispanic people in my area, they love coconut water. Like, they be on it, like, heavy.
How do you feel? Well, I thought you were about to say they make the lemon. I love Mexican lemon. Mexican lemonade is probably the best lemonade of all lemonades to me because they make their
What?
lemonade like black people make Kool Aid. Like you go to an
Really?
authentic Mexican spot, like an authentic Mexican spot, you go get you some limonada. That shit is the best
What?
shit. It's the best
I,
fucking shit out there. Like I go to this restaurant just to stop to get one. Give me the big cup. That shit is great. It's refreshing and
you
sugary.
got me about to go to a Mexican place tomorrow. Not for food, but just to try lemonade. Cause I do stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm telling you, if you
Nigga,
got
I
an authentic
drive to
spot,
Baltimore just for crab cakes.
hmm.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever had crab cakes. I don't know.
From you never had crab cakes,
I
nigga?
don't. I'm got to think about that. I don't know if I have. Um,
What?
okay. Yeah, I probably have, but definitely not from
I'm
Baltimore.
sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
Like real crab cake with lump crab, like
Yeah.
blue crab. Wow. I'm
Okay.
sorry to hear that. You ever had baked oyster in the shell with like the cheese, mayo, and stuff?
See, I gotta confess, I just recently started fucking with the oysters, right? Like probably within the
Oh,
last 2 years, right? And that's only like I think what on the half shell.
right,
I
right.
don't even think I've had them cooked. I've had them raw. I haven't had them cooked.
You had them raw? Ew. I'm
Wasn't bad.
sorry to hear
They were
that.
actually pretty good. They were better than I thought they would be. My uncle convinced me to try one. Well, actually, this is actually not that bad. Yeah.
Well,
Yep.
then if you eat raw oysters, I'm pretty sure you eat like chicken feet and pig feet and
No,
stuff. I
absolutely not.
mean,
That's disgusting. That is disgusting.
uh,
I saw some pig feet, some chicken feet in the store the other day. I almost threw up. But yeah,
it's crazy.
yeah. But
I used to eat pig feet. Yeah,
huh?
though.
I'm sorry.
I
What'd you
used to
say?
eat pig feet when I was a kid, but I was like 500 pounds, so I pretty much ate anything. So,
No, that makes sense.
yeah,
But I want to know your
yeah.
thought, Mr. Ken. I want to know your thoughts on the passport bros. How do you feel about this movement that's taking place? Do you think it's a legit response to what's going on in America, or do you think niggas is out there tripping?
Uh, my, you know, I okay. Passport Bros, from what I saw it come out. I think last year. I forgot the like head of the Passport Bros. Forgot his name. Um, he went over to like Colombia or one of them places, the Puerto Rico area, and Dominican Republic, somewhere over there. And niggas ended up calling the cops on me because you know I guess he was like recording people and asking them questions about whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know the full. I've seen the videos, but I can't remember exactly like what the issue was. But they ran him out of that city, basically.
Mm.
Uh, I forgot his name. Then there was another dude. He was in another like poor area, and this nigga was online begging people to send him money. So he said he spent all his money on the women that he was begging his followers to send him money to come back home. Like nigga, like
I think I heard about that.
you
I
know what I'm
didn't. I
saying?
didn't. I didn't look into the story, but I think I heard a little bit about that. Yeah, that's
Bro, I
crazy.
seen a video. I seen a video of him, and the woman won't even all that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, if you gotta
And
go
I
that
could
far, at
see,
least get you something bad. Damn.
bro. I mean, but this dude that was um begging for money, he was like a fat ungroomed, like meaning his haircut wanted, you know what I'm saying? Like he was somebody who would pull Lizzo in America.
That's fucked up.
And I don't talk bad about I don't like when people talk bad about Lizzo, but I'm just gonna use her as an example. He ain't somebody who could pull somebody that's like bomb unless he has money. But he was begging his followers just to get back home.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like niggas, and my thing is there are 167 million women in America. 167 million. And you telling me, nigga, that and most of these niggas, I can guarantee you they ain't been to all 50 whatever states the United States has. I mean, I can almost guarantee they ain't been to over everywhere in America to talk to all these women. But you willing to spend your little bit of money, you begging the folks to come back, you know, you willing to spend your money to go overseas to find a woman who speaks little English, who doesn't understand you halfway, who when she does come over here and she peep game, she gonna end up leaving you anyway. Sooner or later. She gonna
Interesting.
once she peep game, once she see the man she got compared to the other American men, she gonna leave you. Once she get whatever she want from you, because niggas go to these other places and think these women ain't gold diggers, and it's gold diggers everywhere, everywhere. And you come into their country, you don't think that they know men like that. You don't think that they know that. Oh yeah, I could get this nigga. He think he, I know English, but I may act like I don't even know it. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't think these when you run the game too? You run the game, she run the game, but you ignorant about it, and you thinking you run a game on her, and in the end she gonna run game on you and take the $50 that's in your bank account. $50. You know what I'm saying? So I think the passport bros, to me, I think it's corny. I think that you should travel, you should get your passport, and you should travel the world. Travel the world. And if you so happen to find love, I'm all for you. I'm all for you. But to make it your mission to travel simply to get a girl, I think it's the most corniest thing in the United States because again we got 67 million women to choose from. And when we have these conversations, these repetitive online conversations that are now offline conversations, they are spoken with intellectual dishonesty. And I hate people who are intellectually dishonest when talking to me. Don't be foolish. Don't play in my face. You know what I'm saying? People on both sides, men and women, will hide their eyes from certain things, open their eyes to some things, close their ears to some things, open their ears to other things, and everyone's just picking and choosing what points they want, and then everybody keeps recycling the same talking points. It's as if everyone's playing a broken record. Everyone's saying the same thing. They heard this person say it, now they saying it, and everyone's recycling the same talking. I call them they're talking points. You're not even having an opinion. You're just repeating what you heard someone else say, and you're not even validating what they're saying. You're not researching to ensure they're correct. You're not even checking into their background to see do they have what they have? Do they have the money that you're talking about they have? Have they traveled? These niggas be holding up their passports, right? They taking pictures, having videos with their passports. You never see them with the passports open, nigga. You never see them with them open to actually show they're traveling. Nigga, babies got passports. Open them up. Let's see where you been, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a whole bunch of buffoonery going on. So, you asked the question: Does why does women feel a way about passport votes? And again, I'm gonna talk about black women. From my perspective, black women feel a way when specifically black men talk about this passport vote stuff. They'll get online and they'll say, "I seen a black dude on a skateboard with a overseas somewhere talking about, yeah, black women, look, this what I got. This is y'all had y'all chance, but y'all lost me." They'll get online and say stuff like, "Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm going overseas to get a good woman, a cooperative woman, a feminine woman, not like y'all black women." Like they'll bring black women into their conversations with traveling. Nigga, don't bring nobody. Just say, "Nigga, I'm going overseas and I hope to find a good woman." That's all you gotta say.
Okay.
You don't gotta say black women ain't this and black women ain't that, and that's the reason why I'm spending my little money in my bank account with no 401k. You don't gotta say that you doing all this just because black women ain't X, Y, and Z. Because one, you ain't dated all black women. You ain't dated them all. And when folks have these conversations, like people talk in absolute, like literally absolute. Oh, black women ain't this and black women ain't that. That's like they say it as if that's an absolute fact across the board that all black women ain't blah blah blah. Let's start pulling up statistics. Let's start pulling up research. Like, let's start pulling up this stuff to validate what we're saying instead of just making these blanketed statements and extreme. Like when niggas talk, it's on the one side or the other. It's on the extreme, like, you know, all black women are whatever, whatever. And then it's on the extreme, like all black men are whoop, 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 whoop. There's no middle ground. Um, there's nothing being said about those people that's in the middle of those two extremes.
Do you think the middle makes
You know,
up the majority of people?
I don't know. I don't know all. I have not been to all 50 whatever states. I mean, it seems like they add a state, so I don't know how many damn states we got. Honestly, I haven't had conversations with millions of black men and millions of black women to say what the majority or the minority is. Now, I can say what I've seen online. I have to say what I may have seen in town, in New York City. I can say that. But I've never been to Wisconsin. I've never been to Indiana. I've never been to these towns. I've never been to these places. Some people don't even use social media. There are, I've seen black women who are um, soft spoken, you know what I'm saying, respectful, soft voice, not no hard, rough voice. I've seen plenty of those. But I've also seen the masculine-ish, ghetto, loud, violent. I've seen that as well. And with black men, I've seen the violent, ghetto, loud, disrespectful, criminal black men. And I've also seen the respectful black man who's honorable and has morals and goals. You know what I'm saying? So if to talk in absolute is just not fair because if we're going to talk in absolute, then we need to talk in absolute across the board with everything. Because if all black women have attitudes, then all black men are violent.
Well, that makes us all incompatible then, right? 'Cause, I mean, we violent, we got attitude. That sounds like a deadly combination. 'Cause, I mean, we violent, we got attitude. That sounds like a deadly combination. 'Cause, I mean, we violent, we got attitude. That sounds like a deadly combination. 'Cause, I mean, we violent, we got attitude. That sounds like a deadly combination.
I personally believe that uh, black men and black women are conditioned and raised to be incompatible from jump. From jump, boys, when boys are little boys, the boys get told to go outside and play, go play video games. The girls stay inside. Y'all gotta clean up. Y'all gotta help mom and them cook. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gotta fold them clothes. Boys don't even fix their own bed. Mama fixing their bed, washing their clothes for them. The girls got their Barbie dolls, learning how to be a mama, getting strollers at 2 years old, pushing strollers. They get their cooking sets at 4 years old. They got their Barbie house, learning where the stuff go in the house. They got their shopping cart with the fake groceries in the shopping cart. Where the boys at? The boys is outside again playing video games. They playing outside. You know what I'm saying? They're conditioned to go in separate directions. The girls are told you're gonna get a husband, you're gonna get a boyfriend, you're gonna get your white picket fence. Nobody's telling the boy you're gonna be a father, you're gonna be a husband. They're not conditioning him that way. When you're 3 and 4 years old in elementary school, your uncles and your daddy and your cousins is talking to the little boy. How many girlfriends you got, little man? How many girlfriends you got? You got one? Man, that ain't enough. You need one? I mean, that's what my uncles and them told me growing up and my peers. You know, you're groomed to be a player. Play. They call you that. What up, little player? You're groomed to go in two separate directions. And this is not a black woman fault solely or a black man fault. It's both because both contribute to how both are being raised. And it's been that way for decades. So I don't believe the black man and the black woman are compatible for the most part. Now, I do believe that those families who are a healed family, who have been practicing healing throughout generations, and this generation picks up where the other one left off with their healing from whatever slavery, from whatever trauma their family has been through. They've been healing throughout generations and fixing whatever's been broken in the previous generations and giving them more. You know what I'm saying? That group of people, which are few, this compared to the majority, that group of people, if you could find that group of people and you are also as a man have come from that group of people or you have healed yourself as an adult, sure. But how the majority of black people are raised, you're raised to be incompatible from childhood. My opinion. You know what I'm saying? With the I'm gonna say something be out. The okay, I already said that. Living in New York City, when I'm driving around every day, when I leave home, I see at least 5 to 6 to 7 black men holding hands with a non-black woman. At least, at least, and I'm talking about from high school kids on up to men with gray hair. At least. I've been around. I was sitting beside a white man, a white woman, and a black man, and she was talking to him crazy, crazy. He was like, "Baby, baby," like he was talking in his white voice. Is what I call the white voice. To me, when black people um, marry or get in relationships with white people, they end up bending more than the white person. From my perspective, they end up bending, changing things about themselves to fit in with them because they are the dominant society. And ultimately, many of these niggas are trying to get a piece of that. So they're changing. With these people, their family members, in their family members, some of them are racist. You're not just marrying into. You see a lot of weddings online where uh, the black side has all the black family members at the wedding, and you see the white side got two or three that maybe one of them here in the agreement.
Hmm.
That's the thing.
You think that level of
So,
racism is still going on?
uh,
You think that that kind of energy is still going on in modern times?
what do you mean? This is America. People think that racism just whoop whoop is gone. No, it just reinvents itself.
Hmm.
These feelings are still there.
Hmm.
They have not left. Now, with the younger generation, they're more rebellious. You know what I'm saying, and so forth and so on. They're calling out their parents on their racism and whatnot. But let's be honest. When you have these privileges and things, you're not just going to give them away freely. You're just not. Are you going to give away your tall privilege to someone that's short?
I mean, if they really needed it,
No, you're
rent,
not.
I'd rent it to
You're
them.
not. You're not. You're not going to give it to them. It's yours. You know what I'm saying? So they're just not going to relinquish that of which that comes from that. It's just not going to happen. So yeah, black people end up bending more to fit into these relationships. I call them the black person gets whitewashed, totally whitewashed. Niggas start laughing. You know how people be like? I can't even do. I call it the white laugh. They I call it the white laugh. Niggas start laughing like that.
Oh,
Niggas, you changing your laugh too?
I ain't never switched up the laugh, but I ain't gonna lie. When I was living around a dense population of our uh, Caucasian associates, I did pick up the white lady smirk. The one when you
Come
pass,
on.
the when you pass by in the grocery store and you make eye
Right.
contact, but it's just like, you know what I'm saying? It's not really a smile. It's like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I did start doing that shit. I ain't gonna lie. That was very odd. Like, you're like, oh, you
Niggas,
doing
I'm telling you, niggas are enamored with whiteness, and when you get that little bit of what you consider is love, attention, validation from these folks, you want a little bit more of it. So you're gonna continue to bend and bend and bend and bend. Now you all you left with is black skin. That's all. That's all you left with. Nigga, your core is gone. You're gone. You know what I'm saying? From my perspective, when I see it, and this goes for black women and black men, they lose themselves completely. And then the children end up growing up lost. That's why I'm against interracial dating with non-black people. I'm against it. Niggas is already confused already. I don't need my kids to be even more confused with that of which that comes with having a black parent and a white parent. I rather not. And I feel like when I say that people be like going crazy, but when you hear black people say, "Well, I don't want a gay son," that's okay. You ask them why they don't want a gay son. I don't want because I can't imagine what he gonna be doing. Or they'll say, I don't want him going through the bullying. I don't want X, Y, and Z. But nigga, I don't want my half black, half white child to go through the bullying and the identity crisis and the feeling like you not gonna be, because you're not gonna be fully accepted by white people. You're not. You're not going to be accepted as white. And mixed kids that grow up to adults, they be having this beef with not being fully accepted by the white side. They're accepted by the black side because, again, niggas love white.
Oh, they're gonna
They're
exalt
going
you.
to be
Exalted on the
accepted by
black
the
side. You a king. a queen or whatever.
You
You're
a
gonna be
king.
exalted. Yeah, you're gonna get praised. Is that why they lean to the
That's
black
right.
side? Do you think that's the case? Is that
Yes.
why you think so?
Yes, because they're going to get exalted high. Now you're going to get bullied too, but all black people are bullied for something. And they be walking around talking about the black people bully me. Black people bully all black people for something. In growing up in school, you're going to get bullied for something. You know what I'm saying? When you're a pretty girl, the girl's gonna hate on you. Period. No matter what color your skin, the black girl's gonna hate on you. Period. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm just against interracial dating. We're off topic, but I just wanted to point that out about the New York, about what I see in New York with the interracial dating. There is more and more that I see. I've never ever seen this much interracial dating in my life. To me, when I see it, I ain't gonna lie. When I see it, I roll my eyes. I ain't
Mm.
gonna lie to you.
No,
I
say it
roll.
ain't so.
Nigga, when I say I roll my eyes hard, and I shrink up my nose up. It don't stink. I do. I don't like it. I don't like it, and I'm very honest about it. I'm very honest about it.
Hey,
I
I
don't like
respect that
it.
though. I respect that.
You know, I ain't. I like my wolf to be a wolf. I don't want my wolf with sheep. Nigga, I don't like it. I don't like it. You know what I'm saying? But to me, going back to the whole passport bro stuff, we must understand that women are women for the most part across racial lines. For the most part, women are women. Women be having attitudes across racial lines. Niggas talk about white people like they the creme de la creme, but these the same white people that call the cops on you when and then lie on you at the same time. But niggas say black women call the cops and lie on them. Nigga, white women do it. Sometimes you end up getting killed by it. You know what I'm saying? The Hispanic woman be slapping you upside and down for about a nothing. Again, I'm the only black person in my building filled with Hispanics. The women, I'm telling you, they neck and neck with black women with the violence, neck and neck. You know what I'm saying? So across racial lines, women be women. You know what I'm saying? And niggas thinking they gonna go over to another race and they gonna find this princess creme de la creme of a woman. You still gonna find some negatives with her,
Mm.
cause ain't none of it perfect. And women gonna be women. She gonna be talking about stuff you don't care about, and she gonna want you to care about. I mean, like these things are gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? So go ahead, spend your money, try your luck, go over to Guantanamo Bay and get you a caged woman or something. Maybe she'll act right for you. You know what I'm saying? But I just want to talk about the dating part real quick, and I'm out. Dating to me is like I'm a manager uploading a a job listing. I'm getting interviews. The interviews are my date. Now, some of y'all may get no. I take that back. Going the date itself is sorting through the application. That's the date. Sorting through the application.
Okay.
That is the first. The second date, if you make it to that second date, is your first interview. It's just like a job.
Okay.
It's your second interview. We discuss, I ask you questions, whoopty whoopty whoop, and I go on to the next one, to the next candidate. I may have 4, 5, 6, 7 candidates that I'm interviewing. You know what I'm saying? And whoever makes it to the third and fourth interview, those are the actual dates. Now, before those dates, for me personally, because the way niggas is now, niggas is dangerous. Niggas is killing each other over wanting to break up and all this stuff. Nigga, before I date, I'm I'm doing like the FBI. Nigga, I need to know your criminal background. I'm doing a criminal background check on you. I'm gonna hire a private investigator on you. No lie. I'm gonna hire a private investigator. Nigga, I need to know STD test. credit scores. I need to know about your mental health. What your family, does your family have a history of mental health issues? What's your physical health talking about? You know what I'm saying? How do you react under stress and pressure? You know what I'm saying? What's that personality test talking about? When is your birthday? You know, I'm also going to need a couple of reference checks as well. Meaning I need to talk to some previous boyfriends or girlfriends. I need to talk to them. Now, of course, I can't get that from you. That's what the private investigators for, to find out. Because leave it up to you. You'll tell me somebody is, your old girlfriend or boyfriend, and they just a friend pretending to be. No, nigga, I need to hire the PI to figure out who was your previous partner, and I need to talk to them to let me know how was the relationship before. If you're a parent, how was the parenting? How did it end? What were the good parts about this person? And what were the bad parts about this person? Was this person violent? Like, I need to know all of that. Why? Because just like a job, if you're in a rush to hire somebody quickly, that person has the power to destroy your business. And when you're dating someone, and these women be moving a nigga in the first month, having sex unprotected the first date, don't know nothing about no STD, don't know nothing about how he taking care of his kids, and vice versa. The men don't know nothing if this woman crazy or not. Don't know nothing if she gonna slash your tires if you're not trying to take her seriously. Don't know nothing about nothing. So yes, I need to know these things, and I feel like, especially black folks need to go through the process before niggas start actually saying we go together or whatever label it is. And people tell me he's nosy, and that's the problem. Because you ask people who's been together for 2 and 3 years, you ask them a question, and they don't even have the answer for it. They don't have the answer for these questions that I'm talking about. That's actually important. They talk about, they ask a girl, why did you have a baby by him? He bow-legged. I like bow-legged men. He got dreads. I like dreads. You ask him why was you dealing with her, you know what I'm saying? She got a fat ass. You know what I'm saying? She could cook for me. Nigga, what else do you know about this person? You don't know nothing about this person. Hence why niggas be breaking up like that. Niggas be fighting, slashing tires, because niggas don't know each other. And then be bringing kids into the world not knowing each other and bringing a child into a difficult environment. Black women the statistic. 91% of new HIV cases is for black women. 91%. How you think they getting it? They ain't getting it from themselves. They ain't getting it from themselves. They're getting it from somebody. And if black women don't really date big interracially, who they getting it from? Black women have the highest rate of chlamydia. Black women have the highest rate of gonorrhea. Like I said, I look at the stats. Who you think they're getting it from? Themselves? From eating carpet? Themselves? They're getting it from somebody. And we can all take a wild guess who they're getting it from. They're getting it from a nigga. And then she may cheat with her man with this nigga that got some. She give it to her man. Her man may cheat with somebody or go on to the next person. He give it to her, and it just keeps going and going and going and going and going because niggas don't believe STDs are real. The only thing that they talking about wearing protection is for to protect them from having a baby. They think the STDs is for the gay folks. That's it. But STDs are taking over the black community. The heterosexual black community is running rampant. And niggas don't go to the doctor unless they on a deathbed.
That is true.
Niggas don't go to the doctor. Look up how many niggas have a PC. Niggas don't even know what a PCP is. What's a PCP?
The primary care provider.
Right. You know. Niggas don't even know what a PCP is. Niggas don't even have a PCP.
Niggas smoking PCP.
Huh?
Say niggas smoking PCP.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm quite sure. I mean that's pretty much all I have to say. I know it was a lot, but with that whole dating stuff, people take dating like real. They don't take it serious enough. I met this lady. She had twins. Well, she met this dude that lived in North Carolina. She lives in the Bronx. He's Hispanic. He's black. She met the dude. He came up here for vacation. They linked. They met each other at some restaurant. Clicked. So she said, talking on the phone a bit. He told her, "Well, come move to North Carolina." They only knew each other for less than a month. She hopped her life. She uprooted her life from New York to move to North Carolina with a nigga she only been knowing for a month. And I asked her, what was your vetting process? And she was like, what? I was like, what was your vetting process? She was like, what does that mean? I'm like, okay. What made you decide to choose him? She was like, oh, he was nice. He had his own apartment. He was respectful. Yeah, that's it. So that's it. So being nice, respectful, and having your own apartment, that's what made you uproot your life from New York to go to North Carolina. That's it. When in reality, in the beginning of every relationship, niggas put on their representative. You're not even getting the real person. You're getting the representative, just like a job. When you hire niggas for a job in the beginning, they are the best worker ever. They're the best. As the months go by, niggas start coming late. They start doing less work. They stop offering to help you. It's just like a job. You know what I'm saying? So she ended up getting pregnant by the dude, had twins, and when I met her, her twins were only a month old. They broke up. She moved back to New York, had to move in with her mama because she left her own place to move in with him, moved back home with her mama, and this woman was pushing 40 years old. She was 35. And now she's a single mother because she decided to uproot her life and have unprotected sex with a man that she only knew for a month. And they broke up. Another single parent. Another child that's growing up with her father who lives 8 hours away by car. My brother is another one. He had a child by Bella, Connecticut. He lives in North Carolina. That didn't work out. He moved back to North Carolina, met another Hispanic girl. He also dates non-black women, Hispanic. He met another Hispanic girl, got her pregnant. He lives with her the same way he lived with the first baby mama. He didn't take care of that child. Don't come to no first day of school, her graduation. The girl's 7 years old now. Ain't come to the girl graduation, first day of school. Her granddaddy died. He ain't come to the funeral to be there for her. Ain't sending no Valentine's. You know, this is the thing. Now he got a whole nother child.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's a cycle, you know? But hey, what can you do about it?
We can't just seem to talk about it, and that's not getting much done.
Yep.
Well,
I say just don't have sex. Just don't have sex with each other. Don't have sex with each other. Huh?
So you're just saying abstain.
Abstain from having sex with each other. If you're going to have sex, use a condom. But niggas don't like condoms. Women say they don't like the way condoms feel, which is wild to me. How do you know the difference? How do you know the difference? If they claim they don't like it, men claim they don't like it. So don't have sex. I mean, what's left?
Yeah.
Just don't have sex. And don't go and get no hold to Dominican Republic and get and don't think you gonna go over there unhealed, still carrying your because you talking about women Americanized and Western or whatever. Don't think that you not niggerized too.
No, I'm definitely negative. Good night, Dan.
See,
Appreciate the love.
I,
But yeah,
I mean, I
yeah,
ain't
I'm
talking about
definitely
you.
negative.
I'm talking about the
Oh, my bad.
passport bro.
uh,
Okay, well,
yeah.
you know.
I own it.
Don't think you're gonna take your niggerisms over there to Dominica and think they people going ride with that. Don't think you're gonna go to these places and don't think you're gonna go to these places and these people is just gonna be all hunky dory about that because they already have their perceptions about black men anyway. Don't think you're gonna go over there and play them same games and get her pregnant and do the whole merry-go-round. You gonna be niggas gonna be on the chopping block. So I mean, I don't want to take up the whole show. I already talked too long, but that's pretty much um, how I feel about the whole situation.
Well, I appreciate it, Mr. Ken. I appreciate you calling in, getting the party started. You definitely got some couple of reactions to the chat, so I think it's gonna definitely you definitely got the show going off on the right foot. And I think anybody who may have some disagreements, that line work for everybody. So again, shout out to Mr. Ken. I thank you for calling in this evening.
Thank you, my good sir. Just everyone be respectful. It's only opinions, right?
I agree exactly.
Unless they're backed up by facts, unless they're backed up by statistics, it's only opinions, right? So hey, have at it. Thank you for having me, bro. Have a good night. I'm gonna try to jump into the Discord. The other night I tried to jump into the Discord, but I legit fell asleep. Took the phone in my hand. So yeah, I'm gonna try.
I'm glad you said that. Let me drop that link back in there. Okay, well if you do, man, we'll definitely enjoy having some conversation. And then folks been missing you, man. We've been talking about old times, so I think everybody would definitely love to chop it up with you.
For sure. I'm gonna try to stay up. I'm really am gonna try to stay up this time. Shout out to my girls, Kay Grace and Sarah. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my women folk. You know, and y'all have a good night. Take care.
All right, you as well, Mr. Ken. Thank you for calling.
Thank you for having me.
All right, my apologies. Bam. Link to the Discord. After every stream, we hop in the Discord, we get in the voice chat, we chop it up, we have great conversations. The other night we was up to 4:30 in the morning. That was a regrettable decision. I think it was probably up to about 1:30. No, what time we got on stream? Well, yeah, probably about 1:30. It wasn't on very long last night. Motherfuckers was tired. But it's always good conversation. You get to hear the voices of the people that you're in the chat chopping it up with, right? You ever wonder what they sound well, except for Heidi. She's got an AI voice. But everybody else in the chat would chop it up generally has slid into the Discord. And I think it's always very interesting to put a voice with the words, right? Because then it makes the chat that much better because I read shit in people's voice. Am I the only one that does that? 0 for no, 1 for yes. The rest of you who have heard Den folk or that know, the people associated with the name, have seen them or heard them call or whatever, do you read their comments in their voice in your head? I don't know. So maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I thought it off. But maybe that's just how the human mind works. Okay. Because I thought that I was on trip. And I'm before the end of this weekend is up, I'm gonna get a line to where we can actually do the conference call thing. Because eventually, one day, we got to bring back some debates. So I know Ashley's gonna call in one day and just say something terrible, and somebody's want to debate her opinions. So real quick, shout out to I think Trill's still out of here, but shout out to Ashley, shout out to first name, regrettably. Uh, Dre, shout out to Cassie. Appreciate all y'all. What's the motherfucking deal? And to all the ladies, the lovely ladies, thank y'all for coming in. MIA, what's the motherfucking deal? Wait. Let me bring that back. The lovely MIA. All right, so there. Okay, cool. Where we at? Folks, send me to read my comments in my accent. Yeah, I'm telling you, like, when I see the shit, it's like I'm so used to being in Discord. We've talked so much, I can imagine the tonality and the what do they call that shit, not the inflection, something like that. But yeah, and 12. My apologies, 12. My apologies, 12. So I got I was jotting down. I'm not missing what I was trying to go back and jot stuff down. So yeah, craziness. Brandon, hey, what's the motherfucking deal? I'm trying to catch back up. I see y'all in the chat talking crazy. Michelle over there talking crazy. Michelle's a racist. But it's all right. We still like Michelle. Shout out to Dana, man. Definitely appreciate the love, Dana, man. Thank you so much. Yeah. But it was a couple of points that Ken made, and I kind of was thinking about it, right? So he's talking about there's 167 million women here in America, but these men choose to go out of the country. And I know it could be the process of weeding out could be daunting, right? Because I mentioned it before. If you get on these apps, especially we all are so busy, and people don't go out anymore. People still worried about the next round of the lockdowns. People dating on the app, all this crazy stuff, right? People don't get out in person. People don't pull numbers anymore. People exchange Instagram. Is what it is, right? I think that if you're genuinely interested, you at least shoot for the number, right? Instagram is all right. I got to keep in touch with you, maybe follow you, see what you're up to, but I don't know. The number's just more single. But I mean, there's women out here who give out the number. You might not respond. You might not talk. It might be what it is because you just get ghosted or whatever the fuck they call it. You know what I mean? So all I'm saying is, are we doing Discord? No, not right now. After the den, we'll be in the Discord. But like I said, now it's something going on with Cash App. I know I've seen some people say like earlier, like it's people's card. Like it was on Twitter trending. I thought it was because somebody was giving something away, but I bet people's cards have been locked. Like it's something going on with Cash App itself. Is you know what I'm saying? Is itself. But 167 million. These people decided to go overseas to go find women, right? But there's a lot of good women who are here. And that's the thing. I mean, I'm not discounting. And I know these are stigma, stereotypes. That's why I word certain things the way I do. But you have to weed through. There's a lot of it, right? You got to do a lot of weeding. But there's also another factor that you have to consider. And that is, I don't know why that old number's still coming. Let me take that off of there. That is not the number. The number is 832-464-4555. If you want to call into the den, 832-464-4555. But are these passport bros, are their standards too high? Or do they feel, I mean, are they, is it okay to have high standards, right? Are you entitled to what you ask of life? So if you lowball yourself, you're going to get a lowball response. So is it wrong, right? Are they doing better going overseas, tricking overseas compared to tricking at home? Getting more bang for your buck. Maybe not in Bangkok, you might be careful. Some of these passport bros thinking they getting some passport hoes end up with some of those passport those. Pronouns, those, thems. That's funny. You say, but the women get away with the visa like Heidi did. Interesting. Heidi's a racist. A clear racist. What's the motherfucking deal? Who do we have calling in to the den this evening?
It's Trey.
Trey, how you doing this evening, Mr. Dre?
I'm all right.
Okay. Mr.
I'm on
Dre.
a low battery, so I can't talk long.
Okay. Are you a passport bro, Mr. Dre?
If what?
I said, are you are you a passport bro, Mr. Dre?
Hold on, I gotta take off the TV. I can't hear what he's saying.
I said I was
Okay,
asking. I said, are you a passport bro, Mr. Dre?
not yet.
Not yet. Okay.
I'm not opposed to it. I'm not for it.
Okay.
But I don't know. It all has limits and extents and conditions and all that type of shit. Because, like, I ain't going to Ukraine to find some bitch. But
No, definitely
I will
not.
cross. I will cross the border that we share if I meet somebody.
Okay.
So in that case, yeah.
So
And
if
I want to
you,
know why Ken didn't give me a shout out.
oh, gotta ask Mr. Dre. Maybe he'll respond in the comments. Uh,
I know he saw me in the chat. I said, "What up?" Dude ain't say nothing back, but that's all right. We still cool.
he snubbed you, man. Say it ain't so, Mr. Kendall. You ain't snubbed my boy Dre. But nah, you know. So to you though, it's a little bit different, right? So you have there's a little bit different element to your passport because of your geographic location compared to Americans. When you think passport, are you thinking passport? You said the border we share, so I'm thinking you're thinking into America versus into one of these Southeast Asian countries or South American countries or south side of Houston. These impoverished areas where your money can go a little bit longer than other places. So when you
Yeah.
think passport, bro, for yourself personally, you say you're not for or against. How do you see that? How do you envision that definition of that term?
Well, I guess both are real because there's people that will travel that extra 100 miles for whatever, and to try to be a king when they're just like a regular rook everywhere else. But like, if it was to be related to me, I guess also my perspective on it is a little bit different too because I have a passport. I've used a passport all my life. I've lived in 2 different countries, in like 4 different cities. So, like, since I was born, I've been crossing borders and everything. So,
I hope legally. I hope always legally. I hope you're not crossing any borders, against the rules. We'll make sure we keep everything
right,
on the up and up.
right. And then there's some people that never left their city, state, or whatever, or even if they moved around their country, they never left their country. So I could see them having a completely different view on what they think is acceptable. But
You think
the one thing I wanted to address Ken on, though,
Okay, good.
everybody's entitled to their opinions, and I agree with that. And he knows I got love for him, but if he looks at me and my mixed relationship with a crossed eye, I will knock him the fuck out.
Yeah. Are you in a mixed relationship?
Just straight like that. Right now, yeah.
Okay. Okay. What is the background of your partner?
Chinese Canadian.
That's what's up. Congratulations on that.
And they don't all know Kung Fu, because I could slap that bitch around like nothing.
I was gonna ask. I was debating if I was gonna ask. I was gonna, figure maybe some, Muay Thai. I don't know. But no. But that's what's up. But that's cool. So okay. So you feel differently about the mixed relationship situation.
Like, I've been in mixed, I've been in non-mixed. Like, to me, it comes down to where you find love and what's good. Because, yeah, you can't get into a mixed relationship like he was saying where you're not respected and you have to convert more. But at the same time, there are mixed relationships that actually open eyes to the shit we're going through on a daily, like with the laws, with just going to the mall and having people looking at you like you're taking something and everything, and then all of a sudden that goes into like, well, here's the thing, in one white people goes into their minds, and they start seeing how we get treated, and then it's personal to them, and then they start picking up the fight with us. And we always said we can't win a fight without having both sides seeing the problem. And I'm not going to say like go mixing in everywhere just to get equality or whatever, because then you just water everything down. But there's a pro to every side.
All right. Okay.
And then
So,
I guess also with me being from a Trinidad background, I see the difference in like having somebody that's Trinidadian versus having somebody from another island. Whereas to most people in Canada or in the U.S., they'll just be like, well, you're all islanders anyways. And it's all the same. But to us, it's not.
I definitely say it. I got a, and I got a lot of partners from the islands, and I do that shit deliberately. I'll tell them I'll call them wrong shit just to get them mad. That you want to see somebody get mad, you call, because it's the same thing, but like people from South and Central America. That you call a person from the, I guess what, the Caribbean, however you want to call it. You say they from the wrong island. You call a Trinidad a Jamaican. You know what I'm saying? Or somebody from St. Croix or something else. Like,
Yeah, you're going to get fight.
oh, it's gonna be action. Just the same way you call a Honduran a Mexican or some shit. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
stab you. The jalapenos.
Mm-hmm.
But shout out to my boy Kia, man. Okay, so when you go out or when you're dating, do you have an intent in mind, or you just open minded and let the chips kind of fall where they may?
Basically, let them fall where they may. Like sometimes I might have something in mind, depending on where I'm going, where I'm at, but things may flow a different way. Like if I'm going out to like a Caribbean thing, my mind might be thinking on like a certain former Caribbean girl and everything, but then all of a sudden somebody else might come up. But I guess if I'm going to a Caribbean thing, I'm thinking Trinidadian. I'm not really thinking any other island. But then something from another island might catch me, as well as something from another culture altogether might catch me.
So, Ken made a point, and I'd like to know your thoughts on this one, since you are in a mixed relationship. Whose culture bleeds over more? Yours into hers, or hers into yours?
In this specific instance, I would say mine, because she's more into liking mine more than anything else, and she's, I guess, more adapting into mine than me into hers. But I've had it in the past where it's been the other one trying to be more dominant, and that shit just didn't work out. Because, like I was saying on the call a couple of days ago on that other topic, the things have to be like sort of 50-50. So it's like, yeah, I'll give you time for your thing, get into your thing a little bit, but at the same time, you got to respect mine. You can't expect mine to bow down every single time.
What, Brad? Shout out, Brad, today. What you know about that devil to do, man? But yeah, okay, that's interesting, because I'm just curious how that works. But again, and it's a little bit different with you, and I'm not like kind of out you, but you like say island people compared to say like Black Americans, y'all have a strong cultural foundation. You know what I mean? Shout out to J Mel. Y'all have a strong cultural foundation. Most Black Americans don't have that level or a sense of pride in themselves, because of their origin being from America, and you know, most black folks tell each other, you know, this country done did us dirty and this, so you're not proud of where you're from. But with people from the Caribbean or from islands or different places, they have something to tie back to or to associate to where they look back with pride or they associate, you know, being proud of. A proud Jamaican, proud Trinidad, proud, you know, whatever. They're very proud people. There's nothing wrong with that. Like, you know, that's actually nothing more
The thing, too, is also perspective. The thing is also perspective, too, because when we see Americans, whether it be black Americans, white Americans, or whatever, we see, like, a foundation there, too. Like, there is a culture, a style, and everything. We don't see it as if it's like they don't know anything about themselves or they got nothing. We have to teach them or anything like that. You know what I mean? It's like we see a foundation there already that you might not recognize it in yourself, but we already see it.
I think that, like I say, it's just to me, like I don't see things that way, but I think that people push a narrative and they convince people to hate where they're from. It is what it is. It made you who you are. So everything that's good about you has been molded by, you know, what you've come from, with the good and the bad. So the things you love about yourself, that's come from, you know, you got to take those bits of bad and good that molded that. But we just kind of look at everything with a negative. If it ain't favorable to us, it's got to be a negative. I mean, it just is what it is. I think people need to take an approach of acceptance. There's certain things you just can't fucking change. You get so mad about, get so frustrated about, and it's understandable. But that's not doing anything but putting stress on your person, you know, and putting wear and tear on you. Sometimes you just gotta say, you know, this is how things went, this is how things are. You know, I can only control what I control, you know, and I'm gonna move forward with that. But I'm trailing off a little bit. I want to ask you one more question, and then we're gonna get ready to wrap it up here in just a second.
All right.
So I'm coming back to the 167 million women and where they're at. Do you feel like a lot of these men are really, are they really seeking something else? Are they really disinterested? I mean, let me word this right because I'm out of trail a little bit. Are they really seeking tradition? Are they seeking a traditional wife by going overseas? Or do you think that there's really a different agenda? Because, again, amongst these women that you could find, somewhere within this 167 million, it may be a lot of plucking and picking, but that you can find a decent wife here at home.
Yeah, of course you can. I guess it comes down to what you're looking for. Anybody can set whatever standards they want for what they're looking for. It's like an athlete looking for a contract. You can say you want 20 mil a game, doesn't mean you're going to get 20 mil a game. You have to be realistic in what you're looking for.
Okay. So you think the standards are too high for the passport bros?
What was that?
So you feel the standards are too high for the passport bros?
Some of them, yes. I've seen some TV shows with some of these people looking for things all over different parts of the world, and it's like, I don't know, did you really look at home really well? And then some of them, it seems like a lot of them are out on power trips. Yeah. They want to have, like, a hand over whoever they're with. They want to have something on them. So it's like they go to these places either to live there with their money being way more and have everybody bow down to them, or to bring them back and have them be subservient to them, like, you owe me this. So it's not a pure love thing that I see going on in a lot of those things.
I mean, what's wrong with a little subservience, right? Just a little bit, you know. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Okay. Whatever. I mean, it is what it is. All right.
And, yeah, it's not just males. It's females too pulling the same game.
Yeah, the women started this shit. How Stella got her fucking groove back, man. They made a whole movie about it. Now they mad a couple niggas want to go get their wee wet overseas, man. You know what I mean? It's yeah, they out there tripping. I ain't trying to hear that nonsense. You know, go passport bros. I'm rooting for y'all. If y'all got to go overseas to get yourself pleased, shit, more power to you. You know, it is what it is. I mean, you wasn't fucking nothing here over here anyway. Half of them niggas ain't fucking nothing in America. So you gotta do what you gotta do. It is what it is. But
Hey, but Stella was different though. When she got her groove back, she went on a trip. She wasn't intended to bring somebody back.
she was upset. She knew what it was. It was in the back of her mind
Yeah.
the whole time.
Wouldn't surprise me, but
Oh man. Okay. All right. Well, that's a bit, man. Mr. Ray, like I said, we're finna get ready to wind down. If you can, definitely join us. We're gonna be in the Discord. We'll be in the Discord immediately after. This is a very interesting conversation. I see a lot of conversation in the chat, and I think there's a few people who look like they may want to have a discussion. I don't know. I ain't starting nothing. I like to see different perspectives. This is the thing I love about this, because people from different backgrounds, different perspectives can have conversations. And sometimes I do. I ain't gonna lie. I like to be a fly on the wall and just observe, because it helps me grow as a person. It helps me get more understanding. I think it works with some of the other den folk too. Some just don't give a fuck, and some just come in there to fuck everything up and set the world on fire. But it's all good. Love all y'all. But Mr. Dre, I thank you. Anything would you like to add before we get off the call?
no, I'll see you in the den.
Okay. Well,
I
thank you,
mean,
sir.
in the Discord.
In the Discord. All right. Well, that's a bit. I appreciate it, and we'll be talking to you shortly.
All right. Talk to you soon. Bye.
All right. Shout out to Mr. Dre, man. We're gonna wrap it up on that one because it's 12 o'clock. But like I said, next week we probably gonna go at 9. We're gonna test it out, go at 9 instead of 10 at the end. For the side of Discord, let me put the link in here. I think that this could get really. I didn't realize I talked as much as I did early on. Stella was too old. She was acting out there tripping. You know what I'm saying? But so like I said, I just we gonna get in the Discord. There's the link. Again, y'all know what I'm gonna tell y'all, man. Meet me there. No, beat me there. Don't meet me there. I'm already in that thing. I think I am, but I'm not. I think I am, but I'm not. I'm not, but I am. I ain't got to do it, but I'm in that thing. So we're gonna slide up out of here. Make sure you follow on all the proper social medias, just in case YouTube don't give you the notification. You can follow on Instagram at EdHonchoHTX, Twitter EdHonchoHTX, or X, whatever the shit is now, EdHonchoHTX. You can catch me on TikTok. I don't want to hear it. Catch me on TikTok, Honcho HTX. It's not it, just Honcho HTX. Yeah. So, like I said, I'm glad that we've gotten back to kind of a regular schedule. We're gonna get there. Like I say, tomorrow I'm planning then, but just in case it don't, if not, we'll do Saturday. I don't think I'm gonna do both days this weekend. So we'll one or the other. If I miss Friday, then I'll do both days. If I don't miss Friday, then I'll just do Sunday. Like that. That's the easy way to remember. All right, cool. With that being said, I'm sliding this shit, man. I'm done. You know what I do? I'll just be talking and then I just disappear and man. But here's the thing, bro. Dre, man, I don't know if you can slide to Discord. I'd like to opine on that thought, because you can't. And I guess you could still call them traditional, but even the traditional women that are still available, body counts is up. Cause we got some niggas. We all got to take the blame. We got to point the finger and we got to take the blame. We all got to be accountable for our actions, right? So it's give and take. Because there are those of us niggas we didn't fucked over some good chicks, right? We've all done it. We've all and for whatever reason. Right? For whatever reason. Just if we're going to slide to Discord. We're going to slide to if you slide to Discord, bet. I'm in there right now. I'm putting the link in here right now. One more time if you ain't in there. Because Discord we can speak freely and everybody gets to participate. That's what makes it better. It's like the chat, but it's a voice chat. Duh, Honcho, stupid ass. Anyway, let's get up in this motherfucker, man. Let's slide up in there, bitch, man. I'm in this thing. All right, man. I appreciate y'all. I fuck with y'all. I'm trying to produce. Shout out to Dan, the motherfucking man. It's damn, bitch. I appreciate that love. Thank you, sir. And let's just slide the Chizat. Where's his at? I'm just finna hit the button.